fucking unicorn.
I am not a unicorn because a unicorn is a horse and horses shit. And if you've ever seen horse shit, shit. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Number 2 podcast. I'm Glenn.
I'm Simi.
And this episode is going to be shit. We're going to dive right in this week. Our first topic is here to help you guys get to know us a little bit better. The people that are watching these episodes already know us, but we intend for this show, hosted by me, and guest and technical hosted by Simi, not hosted by Simi, who's right here. We intend to have guests and have people watch this content who are not our family and frenemies. So we want to do some content that is about us. So what do we need to know about us?
We're gay.
This is a homosexual podcast, which is a word for us. Gay. We're here and we're okay. Yeah, that's an important thing, but really not. I'm just a person. Important, but not.
I don't know about you, but I am gay.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No.
I
just make it my whole personality.
I'm mentally questioning, mostly judging.
Do you consider yourself, because I know that a lot of people, they'll say gay versus queer, and do you mind being gay, or do you rather be called queer?
I do not identify with the words that have been worded by the librarian.
I am a fucking unicorn.
I am not a unicorn because a unicorn is a horse and horses shit. And if you've ever seen horse shit, shit. Yeah, I'm not big into the words, like labels. They're made up.
Yeah.
I think that what you do is like fine. I don't think it's anybody's business. We're not super into labels here at the Number 2 podcast. If you are into labeling, buy a label maker.
Dymo.
This podcast brought to you by Dymo, the label maker that's very expensive, confusing to use, and you can't live without it.
Thermal printing.
How does shipping work? It's very confusing. You know, we have an eBay store. This episode can be brought to you by our eBay store. Go see. The link will be below. See me resell if you want to buy my old clothes,
junk.
Basically, and stuff we found. It's not really junk. Like everything in the store right now is actually pretty nice. It's like just stuff that doesn't fit me anymore. Or we bought from like Goodwill.
Nothing fits me anymore.
Nothing fits you yet. We're both health journey. I don't know if you guys, life really is a health journey, but
sweats are the only thing that fits me right now.
Yeah. Is that where you're at in your journey?
I mean, yeah.
You're not even wearing sweats. You're wearing a shirt and Donald Duck shorts.
Well,
from Urban.
I'm on my fitness journey right now.
And what's the highlight of your fitness journey?
A lot of running. I didn't want to run at first just because when you run, for some reason, I feel like you're going to just lose too much weight too fast. But at this point, I'm like, I don't care.
Lose it all.
Lose it all.
10 Ozempic shots a day.
Yes, please.
Whatever it takes. Ozempic is crazy. I was researching it for no particular reason. Not for my use, but I was... Okay, I wasn't even researching. I don't know why I feel like I'm doing a lie detector test right now.
The backtracking is telling.
I don't know why I need to feel guilty about being informed about medicine, but there was a pop-up on the Vitamin Shop app, and it was like, "Are you interested in GLP-1?" Which is, I guess,
acronyms.
The name, or I'm sure it stands for something science. But there's like 4 different ones you can buy. And it's like $200 or $1,200, and it's the same thing. So are any of you guys injecting yourself with experimental FDA approved?
I don't know if I want Ozempic and be injected with that, but like Botox, I'd do some Botox. I really would.
And Botox stays with you forever because it like doesn't go away for like 9 years or something.
I thought that was like filler or something.
Oh, maybe Botox fades. I don't know. You'd have to talk to a neuropsychologist about that.
I talked to someone one time,
a surgeon plastique,
who was very young, and she said she was using her tax money to get her Botox. And I asked her why she would do that. She's so young and her skin looks like flawless. And she's like, oh, it's not about that. It's about maintenance. So basically, if you do it young and you don't have to move your face around all crazy, you don't get the wrinkles. So she said that she does it once a year just for maintenance. once or twice a year.
Insane.
Interesting.
We have not been in the privileged position to cosmetically alter our appearances yet, but stay tuned. Subscribe.
Season 10, we're just like,
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. We want you guys to know more about us. So the other things you should know about us are
we've been together for 9 years and counting.
It's crazy when we decided that we were going to do this topic, because I thought we were going to do like where we are from. You know, it's like in first grade where they're like, where is your hometown? Like, and you are doing things that are like real. Real. This is a real podcast.
We're actually not together.
We are incorporated.
We are industry plants.
We are an industry plant that needs to be watered with Botox. Yeah, we've been together for 9 years. We met using modern communications on New Year's Eve at the Winter Harvest Festival. And we've hated each other ever since. Just kidding.
Glenn was the first person who I met who just wanted to talk. And I found that interesting.
And you were the first person I met who wanted to fight. And I found that interesting. And I said,
is that what you call it?
And I said, this is a fight I can't win. I'd like to do this for life.
Oh, gosh. And since Glenn did not want to fight, I was like, he's different. And the rest is history.
Or a mystery. What song is that?
Or a Listerine.
Listerine. Isn't that an Usher song? This is the history, but the rest is a mystery. Yeah, that's an Usher song.
I've never heard that song.
It's an Usher song. It has to be.
Sound off in the comments.
I'm just not singing it properly. Anyway, so this is supposed to be my podcast episodes, but I am technically illiterate and don't know how to do anything. And I happen to be in a long-term adjective with someone who is a media genius. So here we are. It's the moon rising in Aries. You see somebody commented saying that?
My friend Megan,
we're not good at astrology, but
Glenn has 2 sisters.
I have 2 sisters.
And I have 2 sisters.
And you have 2 sisters.
And 2 brothers.
And 2 brothers. And I have
2
no
brothers.
So you have 4 brothers?
Yeah.
And 2 sisters.
4 brothers, 2 sisters. A crazy bunch.
Your family is the Brady Bunch. You're Jan. No, you're Cindy. No, you're Greg. Trying to remember the Brady Bunch. You're who's the maid? The funny one? Janice. You're Marsha. My family's not the Brady Bunch. We're the Waltons out on the farm.
I feel like your family is what is that show that's like Family Vacation?
Oh, Chevy Chase, National Lampoons.
Yeah, that's your family.
That is my family. 100%. We are like all just like very stubborn and like in our own worlds, but yet together and loving. That's a good comparison. Do you guys compare your family to TV families? We definitely apparently do. Anyway, our top tips for staying together for 9 years are communication, give each other space.
Lots of arguing.
Take the arguments and don't do them, and just take a break.
No, if you do
voodoo on them.
If you do argue, just make sure you make up afterwards, or you don't go to sleep mad, or although it always has to be a resolution.
Although we're doing this new thing in our relationship when we go to sleep. So when we were first together, I'm the type of sleeper that just like blacks out like the dead. But Simi would always be very sweet, and he'd be like, and we're not like cuddlers or anything. It's just like we might as well have separate bedrooms. It's a very healthy relationship.
Well, you can't cuddle because it's like if you, at least for me, I'm a light sleeper. So if you're like touching me,
yeah, he wakes up.
I will wake up, and I'm
like a dead body,
like starting all over again,
wrap around you and murder you. So it's better.
So there is no cuddling
anyway.
Or touching.
But when we were first together, Simi would always like, like rub my shoulder, like give me a kiss and be like, love you, Glenn. Good night. Like, and it was like very sweet. And then we kind of did away with that for a while. And then the Love You Glenn came back. This new thing we're doing is we both don't speak at all for as long as possible. And we make sure it's passive aggressive. And then, and only then, in the darkness, usually I've fallen asleep. Simi will go, "Love you, Glenn. Good night." But there's no like pat or anything. But he'll do it. I won't do it. I'm too stubborn.
And then no, but like if you wake up and
No, sometimes hold on. Sometimes, sorry for the sound levels. Sometimes I'll like put my hand over.
I was just gonna mention that,
and I'll do a hand. Oh, that's what you're gonna say.
And then I'll like take the hand.
That's how stubborn I am. And then he'll take my hand.
I'll take the hand and I'll go.
And he'll give it back passive aggressively. And that is 9 years of love. It's not really mean. It's just we have a lot of feelings.
No,
we're two grown men.
It's because you already know that I can't sleep and touch at the same time. So in order to go to sleep, there was no touching.
Anyway, so if you're a relationship therapist, let us know.
You're acting brand new as if like that's not it.
No, that is. I'm on board with that. Anyway, so that's some information about us.
Too like intimate of information.
It's not really intimate. Detailed. I think it's sweet.
No, it's funny.
I think relationships are complex and complicated. And like, I think it's important because like, you know, it's like your parents, my parents, like other people's parents, couple friends we have that have been together for a long time. Like your relationship evolves, how you show love and affection evolves. Like it's super interesting. So how do you guys at the end of the day let out your frustration towards the people you love to let them know it's going to be okay and you don't go to bed angry?
I think at the end of the day you just have to like choose, and then when you make that commitment, or at least when I make that commitment, like it's a commitment and you choose every day to, you know, be a certain type of way. Some people don't have that though, and I guess that's fine too. No judgment.
Yeah, no judgment for those. Yeah, like if you're single or you're just like choosing your peace, like that's super important. But
yeah,
a relationship is work and it's a choice. So
it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. Did you know they came out? I was listening to another podcast today and they said that they did a study across like all cultures and countries. And they said that the average mother, it's Happy Mother's Day today, or it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
This won't be coming out on Mother's Day though. But happy
late Mother's Day. If any mothers are mothering today, I hope you had a good last Sunday. But they said they did science. Somebody did the science. I didn't do the science. And they said that people who are mothers, so you have a child or you're taking care of somebody that's not your partner, work 96 hours a week. And then imagine if you have to work a part-time or a full-time job on top of that.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then, you know, men are like,
could never be me.
Mad.
So happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's literally insane. Like they're like pulling the work for everybody. It's crazy. Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Superwoman.
Segue. Our first real topic of the week is going to be about our intentions for this pod. So the number 2 podcast, we named it to be silly, but we also named it to be self-deprecating because that's like a true representation of who we are in our comedy and stuff. But that being said, and
it's okay to be self-deprecating as long as you don't. I feel like it's okay if you are whole inside, if you're content and you're, say, confident. Like I'm a very confident person, so I don't know
who you.
I am. And so
Simi McManus, confidence.
And so
2024.
It's okay to be self-deprecating if you know that it's just a joke and you're able to compartmentalize. But there is a thing about like you and I talk about all the time, casting spells and being negative on yourself. There's 2 different things, but yeah, we are. And plus it is a play on the number 2 podcast. So we'll get like in alphabetical order. Will be like number 2. It's never going to happen, but
it's never going to happen.
Here's hoping.
Stop casting spells that won't come true.
Oh yeah, I just cast a spell.
We're really into spell casting. Anyway, so we wanted to talk about our intentions for the pod. We really want this pod to be funny, heartwarming, endearing, true to who we are or who I am. And at the end of the day, like it's fun to make content. That's always been my modus operandi Is that Latin?
It's definitely not English.
It just came out of my mouth. I think that means like your main purpose or something. But it's like, it's true. Like we are put on the earth not to work 50 hours to make some guy some money or to sell things. Like we're put on the earth to create, you know, and like give and share. And like that's why TikTok is so amazing and will not get banned. Like because together we will all go far. I know it's cheesy. Peloton branded catchphrase, but it's true. Like it's something I believe in.
Sponsored by Peloton.
Sponsored by Peloton. We're big Peloton.
I feel like
people.
Raven Simone, where she's just like,
step into the future. So, what are 3 words that you would describe this podcast?
chuggy, boogie, and loogie.
What's a loogie?
Honahakalugi.
Wanahakalugi. Oh, I know what that is.
That's disgusting.
Recyclable straws. Confusing. I miss the plastic.
It's a true story, but obviously we have to be good to the earth, but I still miss plastic straws.
I miss them so much. I love them. When I go to Starbucks, I ask, can I have a small straw? And they look at you with judgment, and I take the small straw, even though you're supposed to sip out of the weird lid.
What are your 3 words? You said haunting?
Haunting, daunting, dauntless, Divergent, the movie series that just stopped becoming movies. Remember they just stopped making those?
I know, I was getting really into it too.
Shailene, are you okay? Things we don't want this podcast to be. Boring, annoying, well, a little bit annoying.
A therapy session.
A therapy session, I know. I think once we have other guests, Simi is more of like a trend identifier and then setter. I am more of like a empath, absorb everything, and then like it's pointless. But like if you need some information, give me a call because I probably know it, but I have no like facility other than this to discuss it. You're really good at, you'll be like, this fashion thing like is going to be cool. And then like a month later, you're like, wow, like that really did blow up. Like,
I don't say it's going to be cool. I'll just be like years ago, I was like, I think I'm going to wear cargo pants. I was like, I don't care if they're like in style. And then a year or 2 later, like everybody's wearing like baggy ass cargo pants.
yeah, I can think of like 1,000 examples of that. So if you guys are looking for the latest secret cool thing to do,
No. I am no fashionista
Simi is
person.
the one. With the right budget, he's the one. I always thought you would be good. You'd do good like in casting or like brand marketing or whatever, which is basically what you do. But I'm just saying, and I am an encyclopedia of pointless information.
You know what's funny about me is that like if I hear a song, right, I can't like get the words verbatim. If it has like a melody though, like the chorus usually is like very melodic.
Right.
It makes sense to me and I can get that and I can memorize it. But then once they start with a verse, you're like, wait, I don't know what the verse is.
Yeah.
You can verbatim hear a song or even watch a commercial like one time and verbatim like,
Yeah.
say the lyrics or say what they just said on TV word for word, and it like blows my mind.
It's a skill.
You are an actor. You did go to school for acting, so
Yeah. I have a degree in learn these lines and lyrics or you will die. So that is anybody that's ever been to theater school.
You have a BA and learn these lyrics and songs or die?
That's pretty much the degree. Like it's like, here is 32 pages of sheet music. You need to be off book and performance ready tomorrow, and you have 4 more classes to go to and a rehearsal and a job. And the class is at 8 a.m.
College.
So you're like in the toilet, like da 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 da.
Kickball chains,
and then you're just like shaking before the class on Adderall and coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, handing the sheet music to the person, going, "Okay, here we go." They're like, "Oh, you were able to do all that? Yeah, that was what was assigned."
You're like, you're sweating a lot.
I would fail. No, you weren't allowed to sweat. You weren't allowed to yawn. Chaos. So that's why I can memorize a commercial. I'm nervous that it's going to be on the test, or I'm going to be asked to go to the callback immediately. And if you're not off book, which is so silly because until you're actually filming the thing or you're actually performing the thing, like, why can't you have the music? Like,
yeah,
or the words, you know what I mean? And in film, like they can give you a teleprompter or an earpiece. It's like so stupid that the test is memorization. You know what I mean? Like memorizing has nothing to do with being an actor. Like because you have time. You should have time.
Well, that said, I could never be an actor because I can't memorize.
But you could be an actor. It's just the process of auditioning is like,
oh, I can remember lines.
Evil people.
So I have a photographic memory. So if I actually had the lyrics in front of me written down and I read them and I memorize them by looking at them, that's when I memorize it.
Yeah, but not by listening.
No, I can't listen and memorize.
Yeah, well, you haven't had the gun to your head at theater school.
Dance now.
Dance now. That's literally how it is. Like, do this or die. And for what? And literally for what?
Well, me and my siblings used to play this. There was like 5 of us, and we were all crammed into a room as children. And so we would always be like, what song am I singing? And then we would try to hum it, and then someone would have to figure it out. But
And
we all
why were 5 children forced to be in one room?
poverty.
What was going on in the other rooms?
It was our parents' room. We had a 2-bedroom. We lived on
So
the
there was
east side.
5 people in one room and 2 in the other?
Correct. Kids, children.
Oh, children though.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, where did they sleep? Doesn't make sense. There's a couch at least.
But growing up, we all knew the same songs, though. Me and you, I don't think we know the same songs because we have very different tastes in music.
Okay, give me a humdinger and I'll try and guess.
Britney
Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again.
There we go.
I'm so good. I did the humdinger. Is that a trademark phrase?
It might be from that song or that game. We didn't call it humdinger growing up. We would just like hum it. But then it became
We
like
called
part
it
of
the
that game.
humming game.
We didn't even call it anything. We were just like doing it. Anyway, your turn.
Okay, I will now hum a song and you will guess it. That's all you get.
Wait, one more time. I don't know.
You know. I'm not a good hummer.
You're literally a singer. Do it in your
I'm-
lower voice than in your normal voice.
No, I did it in the right key for me.
Okay, do it one more time.
It's humming. It's not singing.
I know, but you got mine. I can't get yours.
Yeah.
Is this something I would know? Is this something that you just
It's
know?
obvious. It's like it's like a very popular song.
I feel like the audience is gonna know exactly what it is, and I'm just over here stupid. What is it? Just tell me.
Because baby, you're a firework.
That's not.
That's what I hummed.
It's higher than that.
No, not the beginning. That's later in the song.
You got to go off on
Oh,
that.
you're
one.
saying my pitches are wrong.
Yeah.
I changed the
You're
key.
like,
I changed the key.
It's like no, I know. It's like you're in your like lower.
Yeah, not a tenor like you.
I would have never gotten that.
I really haven't been humming lately. I'll have to do some more humming.
I have to practice on my humming skills.
I'm gonna work on my humming in the car, and then I'll get back to you for more dingers.
Oh God. Okay, that was good. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in.
So stupid. Anyway, all right. Well, this has been another episode of the Number 2 podcast. We're going to be covering some dope topics on the next episode. So make sure you tune in so you're cool for the weekend. And if you
cool
guys
for the summer.
Cool for the summer. If you guys have any suggestions for who should we should talk to, we are working on our first guest. So make sure you're subscribed. We'll let you know if they say yes or not. But you never know.